What's up, you guys? This is your boy Prodigal here, bringing you a new video for you guys on Cold War for the first time. Not gonna lie, it's been quite amount of time since I made a video for you guys. I've been grinding so much this game. This game is so fun. You can see in the bottom right, it's been almost a day that I've been playing this game. Long. This game is really fun to play. As you can see, I grinded so much this game. But for the first video, guys, I was hoping to give you some tips on terms of settings and what you can use for you to improve your game. I know that this game has been so frustrating for me as well. On terms of multiplayer, the CBMM is so high on this game. It's the first time I see that. For you guys who don't know what CBMM is, basically skill batch making. So you basically, it's not like back in the day you are with random level, let's say. Now it's basically you're gonna hop on the game and basically have, let's say, some player on the same level as you, which is nice and at the same time not nice. But hey, this is not a video about the CBMN. Let's hop on the settings here. So for the settings, I'm in a controller. So for keyboard and mouse, guys, I don't have some tips for you guys. Sorry for you guys, but I'm using a controller. In terms of graphics, for you guys in console, I don't think you can use some graphics, which is quite a sad. I'm not gonna say sad, but you cannot change your graphic, which is could be the case. So let's hop on the graphic. What I really recommend all the time in terms of graphics is, first is to use at least one monitor is better. Depending on the refresh rate over here, it depends on your monitors. So if you basically have a PS4, let's say, I will not recommend to put your monitor. If you have 144 hertz of a monitor, I don't think it's gonna use the full potential of your monitor. Depending if you have the PS4 or PS5. Now, in terms of refresh rate, it depends really on your monitor and your PC as well. But I would recommend to put it on the highest. Gameplay VSync, I will disable this because you want to play with the most FPS, which is the best in terms of Call of Duty in general and FPS as well. Those three things here, I would definitely change them to disable if you enable them. I don't recommend it. Render resolution in 1920 1080p 100 I will put. Now it depends on you as well. If you have a beast of a PC, which is not the case for the moment for me, I would not put more than 100. But now if you want to put a little bit more to just feel the game and you don't want to specifically to have a good I would say competitive. Well, you would still want to be competitive, but I mean, if you want to have just fun, you can just bump it up just a little bit, but I don't recommend it because you're gonna lose, I think, a little bit FPS, which is not what you usually want. Display resolution 1920 1080p. I'm taking an aspect ratio, I just leave it on automatic. I don't really know what it is. Colorblind mode, I personally use them. I don't know why. What I do recommend you guys to use is to put yellow on the enemy instead of red. Just a quick tips. The first color then that the eye is seeing is the yellow one. So basically, I would recommend you to put yellow if you want. Of course, it's not gonna change anything on your game, I think. For the field of view, for the next thing, now this one is quite different compared to console. I think the console could do this, which is really nice. Now it depends on you. On this field of view, it depends on what you like to use. I was going for 100 here, and on the consoles, you basically on Modern Warfare, let's say, I think we were stopping at 80. which is really a small gap of view that you have. Now, what I recommend to have as at least as a field of view is at least 90. I would say 90 to 110. More than that, I think that is gonna be if it's too big of a field of view, I think you're gonna have some difficulty to play on term to seeing people and the same time of winning gunfight. Now, it depends on you. If you like to play 120, it's on you, and if it's work, I don't recommend you to change it at all. Now, if you want to know which field of view you want to use, I think that 100 between 100 and 110 is the perfect one. It's not too far and it's not too close as well, and you can see basically a lot. So you have a little example on the right side for you guys. I prefer 100. You can see at 120 you can see way more, but I don't like it. I've been using that for quite an amount of time, 120. Then and a few days ago I wanted to change, so I put it back 100. ADS, a field of view, I would highly recommend it. And effective. Independent is like so strange. I use the two, and the best one is infected is just the best one. Brightness doesn't change at all. I would put 50. Now I'm maybe gonna bump it up a little bit just to, for example, for certain map like Miami that it's a dark map, I would bump it up like a 60, not more than that. I think that 50 is okay. Frame rate limit, I would put custom. Now it depends on your PC as well. So gameplay frame rate is gonna be in the limit 250. Now it depends again on your computer and also in your monitor. Things this one is just when you are on the menu, 60 FPS. You don't need more. For texture, quality, I'm putting at lowest all the time. So like I said, guys, if you want to have the best experience in terms of competitive, I would highly suggest you to put all the setting, the detail, the texture on low to medium for some of them, so you can have the most FPS. Now it depends on you and your PC as well, again, if you want to bump it up a little bit and see more. So like all the thing, shadow, everything, dynamic shadow, all of these things, I really recommend you to turn it down. Really, you don't need those. And for the big part, I don't know if you guys, I know that a lot of my friends are using motion blur, and since they took off motion blur, it's been a game changer. Since motion blur, you don't need motion blur. It's so strange. If you put motion blur, you're gonna have a hard time to see people, which is not what you want. You want to see as fast as you can some people. Now that you have crossplay, is even more worse, because PC's player, you got PC player, you got PS5 player now, and Xbox One, and Xbox. I don't have the new one, sorry guys. You have basically those, which they're gonna be faster than you. I'm not gonna lie. In motion blur, you want to see the fastest as possible the enemy. So I recommend you guys to take it off. So these are the advanced settings. These ones I didn't change at all. For the audio, not a big thing. I don't think that is the biggest thing. I would definitely recommend you to put master volume to hear the footstep of the enemy, because in this game you can hear them so far. And quick tips for you guys: if you are on the enemy base or any place with enemy, I will highly recommend you guys to not slide, because most of these guys are using 100% the master volume. So the best thing to do is to not slide. On Modern Warfare, the slide cancel was the best thing to have on any single gunfight, but on this game, slide cancel is been nerfed, so it doesn't feel like in the beginning, like in the beta or the beginning of the game. So highly recommend to not slide when you see enemy. For other preset, I will on terms of all these presets of quality boost, super bass boost, high boost, I feel the high boost is the one. I tested super boost and Treyarch mix, and headphone as well, but I think that the best one is high boost. You can really hear all the enemies. So I would highly recommend you that one. In terms of interface, I don't have some good thing. I'm just putting all those shown. Nothing changed. FPS counter, I just love to see what's my temperature on my GPU and my FPS counter. This is gonna be the part of the controller. So these settings, I've been using these settings for such a long time. So my settings didn't change since I would say MW3. It's been a long time I've been using these settings. Well, not these specific settings, but it's almost the same. So basically on every single game it changes it a little bit, of course, but it's similar a little bit. Not as fast paced, but sort of a fast and at the same time really slow, so you can beam people. So for the horizontal stick sensitivity and vertical stick, I will highly recommend you to put between 6.6 or 5.5, I would say, not more than 7. If you go overboard, which is gonna be 8, 9, 20, I feel that you're gonna miss shot. Now it really depends on you, like all the time. If you are playing an 8 or 9 and you're beaming people, I will not change at all. I would stick to those sensitivity. Now I think that if you go lower than 5, you're gonna be so slow. Even 5.5 is really slow. So yeah, so I really recommend you 6.6 or 5.5 or 7.7. It's on your choice. 6.6 was the best for me. ADS sensitivity, please you guys don't change anything on this one. It's just not worth it. I think that you're missing more shot than anything. So for me, don't change it. ADS stick sensitivity on high zoom. This one I would put on 1.1 in terms of me. Now I rather have 1.1 than 1.2 and 1.3. It feels so different all the time. My specific one, it was 1.1. Now it depends on you. If you like a little bit more, then put more. Less, I wouldn't say less, because sniper must be fast, especially in this game, which is, for me, the sniper in terms of hitbox is so high, so you should basically use it. But like I said, it's always on your choice. I play on flip mode because I like to shoot with my R1 button. Excuse me, guys. And this one is gonna be the most important one, guys. A lot of you guys is gonna be, you don't know which one to use on aim respawn curve type. I've been using those three for a long time, and you don't basically know what's the difference between standard and dynamic and linear. First tips for you guys: linear is, I would say that you can see in the on the right side aim stick map directly to aim rate. The aim stick curve is the same as the aim rate. I would never recommend you the linear type of things. Those makes the linear is really not a good aim respawn curve in my part. I would highly recommend you to use or standard or dynamic. Standard is basically, if you want to know, if you have a controller, if you use this joystick, is basically, for example, if you turn the joysticks, what you put on your joysticks, the strength that you put in your joystick is basically going to be the right thing. Is going to be your aim respawn curve. In terms of dynamic, it's going to be a little bit slow, but let's say if you have to turn on people, it's going to be way more faster. So if you go overboard, like let's say like this, really small, it's gonna be really slow. Now if you go like this, it's gonna be so fast for you guys. And in terms of standard, you don't have all of that. So you basically is as fast as you're doing this and as fast as you're doing this. It's on your choice. Now, if I have to recommend to winning more gunfight, I'm not gonna lie, dynamic is really the best one. Dynamic is such a game changer, so I highly recommend you to use dynamic. Now, standard, if you believe that standard is your thing and you've been rocking with it since MW, don't change it. I would never change the standard mode. It's really good, but if you want to improve your game, I will highly recommend you to use dynamic, but now it's on your choice. Controller vibration, disable. I know that you guys, I was using basically controller vibration in Black Ops 2. I think it was a long time ago. And then I switched it up to control vibration to off, disable, and it was a complete game changer. I know it's gonna be feeling really strange, and you're gonna miss a little bit more bullets on the beginning. I went there as well, but I highly recommend you to take off the vibration. You're gonna immediately beam people. You're gonna take a little bit of time, maybe 5 to 10 games, be used to, or even days. It depends on you. So aim sight, aim assist, those will not definitely change. Enable everything, hold. Those are basically the normal gameplay that you have to put. I won't mess it up. Now here, advanced stick layout. Those here I would put at 0%, and this one you should have the lowest as possible. Now it depends on scores on your controller. If quick tips, I don't know if you ever heard about that. You leave your controller on the table and you see if your character is basically moving by itself. If it's moving a little bit by itself, it means that the right stick is a little bit too old. So basically what you're gonna do is to bump it up one by one, and the moment if it stops, it's a perfect setting. So it's really gonna depends on your controller. 10 is the rocking part for me. It's been really good. For the rest, I think that nothing have changed. Those everything here doesn't change. Maybe this one, when Warzone is gonna be released, I'm probably gonna change these settings here, but the rest I'm not gonna change it. So hey guys, for also quick tips for you guys who've been playing on SCUF controller, those are the quick also some small tips for you guys. If you have a budget to buy yourself a SCUF, I will highly recommend you guys to buy a SCUF. It's just a recommendation for you guys. I never play with the SCUF. I'm not gonna lie for you guys. SCUF, if you really want to have a competitive and a good experience, SCUF can basically help you with all the gunfights. Now it's not gonna be the biggest thing, but it's still gonna help you with the SCUF. And for you guys, if you wonder if I'm playing with a SCUF, I'm not playing with a SCUF. I basically play Claw. I don't know if I do have to recommend you playing Claw, because Claw is basically, well, I would say it's hard, especially in the beginning, because Claw is really hard. It's gonna be really frustrating in the beginning because you're not gonna miss. You're gonna miss shot, and at the same time your finger is gonna hurt because you don't. Our hands is not supposed to be on those type of form, you know. And for you guys who don't know what's Claw, it's basically playing like this. So you basically never leave the finger, and you basically turn it like that. I've been playing this on Claw for quite a amount of time. 10 years. I would say 10 years I've been playing Claw, so I'm used to it. I don't feel that I want to change, so put it in my hands like this. I don't feel it. I don't have a SCUF. I never had a SCUF, and I was playing competitive back in the day, and I was rocking on a Claw. So basically I will not recommend you guys, but if you want to try to play claw, but don't expect to be used to being used, sorry, to game and basically be used to the claw for, let's say, 1 day or 2 days. It's not gonna happen. Even not a week. It's probably gonna be almost maybe a year, which is a sacrifice to make. But I'm telling you, when you're used to playing claw, it's gonna be a game changer. But I highly don't recommend you play claw. It's take it's take a lot of time to get used to, and second, I don't know if it's true, but in the end, normally it's gonna feel different in your hands when you're gonna certain time. If you use claw, it's gonna have something in your hand. I heard that, and for now it's been 10 years. I don't have anything on my hands, which is good. But yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video, guys. It's been a short one. It's just to explain you what settings you can use to be winning a little bit more gunfight. So for the next video, maybe let me know if what you want. If you want maybe a class setup, it's on your choice. Let me know in the comment. So hey guys, this, like I said, this is gonna be the end of the video, guys. Make sure to show some love. Leave a like and comment. Let me know what you're using as a sensitivity. If you have maybe a setting that you like me to try, it's on your choice, of course. And if you happen to be new, of course, don't hesitate to push the subscribe button for more contents. Thank you guys. See you in the next one.